Hey guys, it's Thanedar with YourConnectedLife.com, and I'm excited to speak with Neil Thanedar of LabDoor.com. This guy is just an entrepreneur to watch, making huge waves in the digital health community. In fact, I met him at AARP's convention where he won the LivePitch competition, and even years before that, he has been named by CNN Money's magazine's top people to watch. So take a listen to this interview. I had some audiovisual issues with it, but tune in and then go digging and go to LabDoor.com and learn more about this awesome company that Neil has created. Neil, give our wisdom seekers a little bit more info about who you are and a little bit more about your business, LabDoor.com.
Sure. So I'm actually an analytical chemist who has come to the technology sector by a happy accident. So I grew up with my father ran analytical chemistry labs my whole life. And so when I graduated from college, I knew that's what I wanted to do. And so we built a lab in Michigan that reverse engineered products, anything from pharmaceuticals to spark plugs. If you gave it to us and gave us a little bit of time, we could tell you exactly what is inside of it. And I love doing that work. I think it's this amazing puzzle type work where you can break down anything. Everyone always asks us about telling them what was inside the Coke formula. But what we always had was the manufacturers of the FDA. They were the ones who paid us to do our work. We did work and we passed products for manufacturers. And I wanted to take that information and figure out some way to get it directly to consumers. Because consumers are the ones who are actually putting that in and on their bodies. They actually need that information. And so I started working on at that time, a side project, nights and weekends, try to build little screenshots of what maybe a report card for every product would look like. And over time, it just kind of drove me crazy to the point where it became its own business and it became LabDoor. And so the idea behind LabDoor is you could just scan a barcode or search a product name, get an A through F grade based on the safety and efficacy of a product. We started with a couple hundred dietary supplements that we've spent our own money to reverse engineer. And we're looking to cover every product in the GNC, Walgreens, CVS.
How does LabDoor make a difference to the consumer, and then also define who is your customer, who would be using LabDoor?
Absolutely. So we've looked at two really key use cases for LabDoor. One we found is people who are healthy and trying to get healthier. So this is the quantified selfers. I've usually put myself in this group, someone who's running a marathon or trying to add little supplements to optimize their health. And so we're seeing that a lot. And so we're testing protein powders, energy drinks, vitamins, things like that. And the other key use case is those who are trying to improve their health over a long period of time. And this is often the boomer group. This is an AARP type member where we're saying maybe you've got a lipitor side effect. You're getting muscle soreness or weakness. You're trying to take a CoQ10 supplement to try to counteract that because one of your friends told you that would work, or a glucosamine supplement or something like that. And we're finding that there's over 15 million people over 50 years old who are taking 5 or more medications and supplements. And every time you add one more supplement, you're adding more and more complexity. You're worried about drug interactions. You're worried if you're taking the same vitamin 3 times. And we're trying to basically help consumers when they're buying during that purchasing point, check out the product, make sure it's safe, and then track that product over the long period of time. So keep that in your what we call a LabDoor cabinet. And then we'll track those for you. If new testing comes out, we'll tell you if there are interactions with your medications or there's a food that may not have taken, you take that supplement. But we want to be able to be the key source to hold all that information for you.
That's really interesting because what I found in the folks that are taking a lot of medications and 5 or more, whatever a lot might be, is that do you find that people just listen to their friends on just take this? And they do it more on a referral basis of who do you use for a lawn service or who do you use for this sort of supplement needed instead of really researching and getting that evidence-based research. That's what I see, but I'm wondering if you see the same thing that's happening out there.
So we see it a lot. It's like an experience good, right? So it's like wine or a movie or a restaurant, right? You can't really know whether it works until after you use it. You don't know if it's good until after you use it. And in all of those other environments, we rely on reviews, right? We rely on sometimes our friends telling us something is good or bad. We also use some like Wine Spectator, we use Zagat, we use experts. And we find that the more important something is to you, the more likely you are to use experts. And so the worst thing that happens if you get a bad movie or restaurant is you lost 2 hours of your life, right? But if you take a bad vitamin every single day of your life, right? These are key heavy metal contamination worries. These are key active ingredient concerns. These are major issues for consumers, and this is that it truly should be more expert based than amateur reviews.
Is this available to the public right now, or is it still in beta?
So we've had actually over 30,000 people test the product for us over the last 5 months. First on our web application, and then now we're on iPhones for the last month. And we're really excited to see consumers using the product directly in stores. I think that's a very, very important use case. We had talked to, before we even launched the product, we interviewed a number of consumers. We found really kind of unique, quirky ways that users tried to solve the problem that they were already having. And so we saw users taking pictures of products or labels and then with their smartphones and taking it home and doing the research and reading the clinical effect